There's a fish. Yeah. It's about time I caught a bass. I've really been thinking about that a lot lately. Like, why have I not caught a bass in a long time? I'm out here fishing spinners and spoons and stuff for salmon. These guys like those things too. It's probably been a solid month or even 2, maybe more, since I caught a bass. Teeny tiny, but hey, I shan't complain. A little excitement for the morning, get my blood pumping. This guy back in there. So this right here is a great example of a gravel bed. Okay, and this is a really well built gravel bed where there's a deep pocket right here in the middle. It starts to scoop out here, gets the deepest right here, and then humps up. And what that does is it creates a swirl in the water going this way, and the eggs can stay down in the middle of that little crater because it creates a little whirlpool so they don't get sucked up out and shot out the back. So when you see one of these, and if you compare up here, you can see this is a nice light patch. Everything else is dark. So all of the debris and stuff has been fanned off of this by the tail of a fish. So when you see these, look for fish in, right above, or just behind. In this case, this gravel bed is empty. There's no fish around anymore. But also don't walk through the middle of those. If you can avoid it, if you notice them, just walk around them so you don't smash eggs. I forgot to hit record. I just had a nice fish come up and smack this spoon. I'm thinking it's a salmon, but I'm not sure. Could be a big sucker or a walleye or a bass. Not a bass. Oh, I think it's tail hooked. It looks like it's coming in upside down. Maybe not, maybe not. It felt like a big hit when I felt it. I think I got a walleye. No, it's coming in sideways. It's foul hooked. Sucker? Yep, it's a sucker. Pretty fish. Nice one. Sorry I hooked you in the back, buddy. Get that out of there. There we go. Wasn't in there too bad. Nice little sucker. Pretty. See you later, guys. Ooh. Alright, that was fun. Oh, that was cool. He just came up and... Oh, he swiped at it. There he is. Oh, yes! Awesome. Oh! That was a salmon. I'm switching over to skein because I've been seeing some suckers. And there's a salmon over there that doesn't seem to want to bite. I had him on the spoon. I'm going to see if I can float a hunk of skein in front of him. There's the coho right in front of me. I just scared it off this bed. Dang it. So this is that bed I was pointing out a minute ago, and I just came back through here after grabbing my other rod and switching up things, and wasn't paying attention to where I was walking, and I spooked a coho right off that bed that I said didn't have a fish on it earlier. Well, it didn't then, but it did now. I just spooked it and it went way over yonder somewhere. I might have a fish on. I do have a fish on. Or a snag. No, that's a fish. Little bass, probably. Yeah. Hot dog. Nicer bass than the one I caught earlier. Not by much. A little bit nicer though. It's my second bass on the spoon today. That alone made the spoon a decent choice. Back in the water here. It's going a long way, man. That's good. Feed it. There we go. That's a nice perch. Yes, 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 yes. Good one. I thought maybe they were largemouth bass, because the one I lost was pretty big. That's a nice one though. I'm gonna keep this one to eat. Yeah. That's a fish. Looks like a bass. Yeah, smallie. Oh, yeah. Largemouth. Not the kind of fish I was expecting to catch on the double size 5. There he is. Not a big one at all for how big that spinner is. Get him back in the water here. Osprey? Osprey. Got snagged while I was filming the osprey. Nice beak trying to attack me. Nice little largemouth. Let's go back in the water. That's a fish. Caught a catfish on the jerkbait. Back in the river there. That's a fish. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Yes. This is a big fish. I don't know what it is. It's probably a big walleye. Or a coho that's kind of worn out already. It's a smallie. It's a nice smallie. Hot dog. Oh, I'm all tangled in my net now. Fix that in a minute. There's my smallmouth. Back in the water here. Untangled my hook from the net. Probably didn't need to use the landing net, but sometimes they come unhooked at the last second. So as you can see, the rain is coming down now. I just got in my car just in time after fishing today. I changed my plans for today's fishing because we got a lot of rain yesterday. So I ended up going somewhere where I knew clarity and debris wasn't going to be an issue. Got a couple fish. I changed things up and decided to kind of target walleye instead. I was using worms at first and was missing a few bites, and then switched over to shadow wrap and ended up getting a couple fish. No walleyes. But I just ran into one of my subscribers down here, Doug Cheska, and he hooked me up with this spinner. This is one of the Jim Bedford spinners, and I recently read one of Jim Bedford's books, and I've been meaning to get the other book, Spinner Magic. I'm going to get that and read that sometime soon. But Jim Bedford is kind of the local authority on spinner fishing for salmon and steelhead. And he mentioned that he likes using these, and I said, oh, well, where do you get those? Well, you get them from Jim Bedford, but he had an extra one and hooked me up, so thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Doug. I appreciate the spinner. I'm probably going to catch some nice fish on this. As you can see, it's coming down good now. I got off the river with a few minutes to spare to get in my car without getting soaked. More videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button.